Well, I recently had the chance to visit with the Sunshine School and Development Center to see firsthand how they're supporting kids and families with a wide range of needs.
From therapy and education to a powerful team approach, their work is changing lives. Here's that story. Check it out.
Well, I am here at the Sunshine School and Development Center chatting with Jared and Cassie. Thank you guys so much for having me out here today.
Yes, thanks for coming.
Absolutely. So, Jared, let's start with you. You're the CEO. Just tell us about you guys.
Okay. Sunshine School and Development Center. So we work with children and adults with developmental disabilities through different therapeutic preschool programs and therapy and education and autism services. We also have adults that we serve in the community.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Now, Cassie, you are a board member, correct? But you had a child that came to the school, correct?
Yeah, so we have been a part of the school probably since about 2019, prior to COVID. We have an 8-year-old son. His name is Henry, and he started here when he was about 3-4 years old, right before he was diagnosed. And we have been a part of the school ever since. I have been able to give back as part of the board here, the board of directors here at Sunshine School. And then Henry also comes back in the summer for their pilot summer program.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, Jared, kind of just listening to what Cassie was saying, what kind of makes you guys unique? I mean, those things stood out to me, that now he's able to come back for the summer programming. What else do you think makes you guys unique?
Well, you know, I think one of the things too that parents will say to us often is like a continuum of services.
Yeah.
So we serve here from 6 weeks to 6 years in center. So you have all of your developmental preschools, your therapy, speech, PT, OT, autism therapy, nursing services, nutrition, and it's all under one roof.
Yeah.
And so it makes it easy for parents to, you know, drop their kids off and know that they're getting all of the services they need to kind of help them reach those milestones.
Absolutely.
Just the amount of services and therapies you can get done all in one place. I'm a working mom. My husband works as well, and so we were trying to figure out how do we get him to speech and OT and school and all the different things in the day. There are just not enough hours. And so the great thing about Sunshine School and what it did for us was really bring all of that onto one spot where you could also still get like the typical preschool experience to prepare him for kindergarten. So he was used to being in a classroom with other children his age, but he also got all the extra things he needed as well.
Can you maybe speak on why early intervention is so important?
We lowered our age to 6 weeks last February, and what we found is that there's a need, and so we work in early intervention services. So clearly, the earlier you can start services, the better, because once a delay is noticed by, maybe either the parent or a pediatrician, they're referred here. And so through working with the entire team, they identify those delays and they put goals into place to start working on those. Because our ultimate goal, which is sometimes bittersweet, we get them ready for kindergarten, and some graduate early. Some reach those milestones with our help and move out of services, or they're ready to go to school, and that's really what we celebrate here.
Yeah.
One other factor for us was just the team environment. So when you get a diagnosis, it is so important to have your team of people working together to align on a plan to help your child excel and get ready for kindergarten.
Our team and the team approach, if the team says we can serve the child, doesn't matter the medical complexity, between nursing, nutrition, and therapy and all of our teachers, then we do that. I mean, we don't deny, kids admission. We have kids that are on feeding tubes that are, entering our therapeutic feeding programs, and, we have kids with electronic shunts and things like that. But, it's all about reaching those milestones and that whole team approach. The transition to public school is very important to us because the success of those kids in school is what we base all of our services on.
Absolutely. Can people just come and volunteer and get involved? Can you speak to that a
Yeah,
little?
they can. So we have a very robust volunteer program, and we have a whole team of folks that coordinate all of those volunteers. And whether it's helping with the buses, or we just had the master gardeners in working on our new therapy garden, planting flowers, doing all of that stuff, coming in and working with the kids. We have a lot of volunteers from the supplier community and just interested individuals that come in and volunteer and then help us kind of, spread the word about what we do and how to
That's
get involved.
great.
So, yeah.
So if folks, maybe they're interested in volunteering, they want to get involved, they want to learn more, where can they go?
They can either check out our website, they can give us a call, they can just show up. We love tours and getting people in and showing them what we do here and showing them what the team does.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for having me out here. I absolutely love it here. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Good Day NWA.